Welcome inside another edition of the WPIAL Insider Show, presented to you by Edgar Snyder and Associates. If you've been hurt in an accident, call the folks at Edgar Snyder and Associates, where there is never a fee unless they get money for you. Call 1-800-94-EDGAR today for your free consultation. Welcome inside a WPIAL Championship and semifinal edition of the WPIAL Insider Show. And inside the Blast-Off Cleaning Equipment Studios, looking fresh, thanks to our friends at Home Team Collections, repping the Freedom Bulldogs. And letting freedom ring. From the Pittsburgh Union Progress, Brad Everett. Back once again. WPIAL Insider himself, Carlo Zofko. I am just Matt Fargo. Happy to have you along in tonight's show.
Great to have the gang. We're back to a regular scheduled program.
We are. Very much so. Full strength for the playoff run.
And I do want to give a shout out. Cody Ross, the Jersey Freedom.
Yes.
The reason it's Cody Ross, do you know why?
He is an assistant coach at Aliquippa.
And they are
linebacker.
Back in the title game.
He's saying no more DBU at Aliquippa. LBU.
Going to LBU.
Oh, probably a lot of sleepless nights for him this week, trying to figure out how they're going to tackle Keemon Spell in that game. Like, what are we going to do?
No question. I got a chance before Cody played with the Bulldogs. He was an Olsh Charger.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yes, he played for Olsh before going over to Freedom. So I've known Cody and his family for quite some time. And shout out to Dad and Cody's grandfather, legendary Hopewell coach.
Yes, he coached Tony Dorsett.
Yeah.
Coach Tony Dorsett.
So there's the Ross roots run deep.
Yes, they do, especially in Western Pennsylvania.
And there's something in that water over there at Quipton, huh?
Mm-hmm. In Beaver County.
Beaver County.
Well, we'll jump right in here to it. The takeaways, that got to lead the way. Aliquippa finds their way back 17 of 18. Back in the championship game, Mike Warfield, 1-year hiatus, and the beat goes on for Aliquippa. They did not do it in typical Aliquippa form, what we are traditionally accustomed to seeing, of how Aliquippa finds their way to a championship. Right. But Brad, they're back.
Scored what? Just 14 points.
14 points
in that game.
But pitched the shutout.
But pitched they. What's that? Turn the microphone.
Yeah.
I'll turn it my direction. See. I thought my voice was going too loud, so I go sideways.
And you sound a million times better.
It sounds so much clearer now. It's unbelievable. It's just like, man, it's a good thing we have our technical director here. He is on.
I'm like, no, it was 14-0.
No, I'm just saying.
21-0.
Turn the mic.
28-0. Like, what was that? What was the score there? Oh, yeah, I get it now.
Yep. With surgery on his knee, not his head, but
yeah. I still like one of my favorite lines of the season was that first week when I wasn't on, and Carlo, your wife, was on the show.
Oh, yeah.
And you made the comment about Brad having, I thought he was having knee surgery. It turns out he had some different surgery. I cracked up at that, man. That cracked me up so much.
Yeah.
Because hey, you never know now. You never know these
days.
Things change quickly. On that one.
Things change quickly in 2025.
But one thing that doesn't change is Aliquippa being in the WPIAL championship game, and they don't make it last year, ending that big streak, and they get off to they struggled more in the regular season this year than an Aliquippa team has struggled in the regular season in a long time.
Yes,
and I remember thinking even a month ago, are they going to make the playoffs? Holy cow, is this a big story? Aliquippa doesn't even make the playoffs. Well, they did. And they're in the championship where they normally are again. And they're a upset at number 1 McKeesport away from winning title number 21.
And it doesn't happen very often in the WPIAL that you see a team with 3 losses in a championship game, and you have 2. McKeesport has 3, and Aliquippa has 3.
And this was one of the things where if you listen closely enough, all throughout Western Pennsylvania, you heard bottles popping, and it was the head coaches of all the 3A schools.
That's right.
It was just improbable. It was like, Aliquippa's down this year. They didn't make it to the championship last year. They're finally going to move back down to their proper classification.
Not their proper.
Well, not their technical
one
proper.
Shy.
Yeah, one shy. Yeah. But no, they are right back in it. And Marcus Council, which once again, had I known he was going to be playing in the playoffs, that voodoo doctor they got out there at Aliquippa, that that got him cleared is.
Does it work for you where you pick Trinity? And, like in basketball, it's like a follow the leader where if you lose.
I think a little bit. It was like, I knew that right. This was the winning spot right here.
Right.
Yeah,
just wrong team, right spot.
Yes.
But you know what? Have you guys noticed that Marcus Council has been going by MJ Council recently?
He had done that before because I knew him initially as MJ a couple years ago.
Okay.
Couple years ago, yeah.
All right, yeah, I've just seen it on social media and stuff pop up, and I was like, that's an interesting time to change things up. But
well, maybe it was Marcus Council that was out for the year. MJ Council he was cleared for the playoffs.
Right,
it's like the new,
Alabama
like
doesn't need any more transfers.
Yes,
no more. You don't need any more transfers to account for. Another big takeaway, I would have to imagine, is obviously the team that found their way into the championship against McQuips, the McKeesport Tigers, knocking out Thomas Jefferson.
I was at the game. I said it before, but I just can't make it clear enough or loud enough. Come on, Spell is all that in a bag of potato chips. I mean, there is nothing overhyped about this kid.
Yeah.
Everything that people say is spot on. I mean, there was a couple times where you felt bad for this is Thomas Jefferson I'm talking about. Not I don't want to throw any shade. No, what's the now defunct? This isn't Geibel Catholic trying to tackle this kid.
Geibel catching a stray.
Well, they don't have a football team anymore.
The Gators.
They don't have a football team.
So
But
I think their kids. They're in a co-op. I want to say they go.
They're with Southmoreland.
Yeah, that's right. They are. Yeah, because they have some good players.
Yeah, they do.
Now
that's
right.
But back when they played, they did not.
What was that team that from Ohio that got?
Bishop Sycamore.
Yeah, so you got to go after Bishop Sycamore.
No, Bishop Sycamore Bishop Sycamore, what IMG did to Bishop Sycamore, I still don't think TJ did what Come On Spell did to TJ. I mean, I felt bad for the TJ linebackers.
Yeah.
It was that bad. He is that physical. He's that fast. He's that strong. The 97-yarder, he runs over two guys. Nobody's catching him after that. I mean, it's sick. And the best part about it is Bill Chirpak comes out from halftime. Okay. They're only down 14-0. They threw 2 interceptions at the 1-yard line. Like, they were in the game. Okay. Donnie Football interviews him for KDK Radio, says, Coach, what do we have to do? What do we have to do? We have to tackle him. Just contain him. That's all we have to do. Easier said than done. But he didn't even have to say, Come On Spell.
That's what I was going to say. Did he even mention his name?
He just said him. And he said it like 7 times. But everybody knew who he was talking about. And
Come On is him.
He is him.
I mean, like him with a capital H, capital I M, capital
Yes,
M.
yes,
Him.
he is him. But he was remarkable. Anything you read about the kid, there was no hype on this kid. It's all substance.
And the KDKA post game talking about you could take Come On Spell right now as a 17-year-old junior and put him on a college football field and he would be impactful.
He'd run for 100 yards. Oh, yeah. I mean, he ran for
315 and 3 touchdowns.
It could have been more. It seriously could have been more. The final play of the half, they give him the ball. I think it was a little toss. He's just weaving in and out of people for 60 yards. It was like almost like a Hail Mary type of play where it's like, hey, come on, just go run around. TJ eventually tackled him at the 10-yard line, but it was a 60-yard run on what everybody knew was going to be.
Is what he's doing right now and showing how impactful he is and how different a team McKeesport is with him, making him a de facto unanimous pick for Player of the Year?
I was just thinking about that right before you mentioned it. And I really think if they go on to win a WPIAL title, maybe make the state championship game, he'll probably be my pick for Player of the Year.
He has to be.
Because, I mean, he almost fell into that situation. Sky Moore was in a situation like, his senior year. First half, he was unbelievable. He was going to win Player of the Year honors for everybody that year got hurt.
Yep.
And then that was it for him. Now, Keemon possibly could have gone that way too, but he only missed a couple games.
Yeah.
What did he miss total? 3 games, 4 games?
I think 4.
Not a ton, but those games that he's played, he has made such an impact, and we've seen
Even defensively.
even defensively.
He was murdering guys. Thomas Jefferson, not to mention he had an interception too.
Yeah.
I mean, he was all over the field. I mean, I still can't wrap my mind around the performance.
He's rushed in 2 playoff games now this year, 602 yards and 7 touchdowns on 35 carries. He's averaging 17.2 yards a carry, and we're talking about 4A here. You know?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
that's a
he's
touchdown
playing
every
Char
4
Valley
times
and
he runs.
DJ.
Yeah.
That's insane. It's incredible. Talk more about him coming up when we preview the championship game between these two teams. Other takeaways, maybe the upset of the week that was. How about the Washington Little Prexies getting a big-time win and
We all picked against him.
We all picked against
Tristan
them.
Reed not happy with us on Instagram.
South
if you saw.
Allegheny.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
not happy.
Oh,
Not
okay.
happy.
And you know what? A coach who will remain nameless, I was talking with, and they mentioned South Allegheny and went, South Allegheny was better than they were last year. And they got to this round and then they lost.
Yeah.
Why is everybody painting them as that they were better than they were a year ago?
Right. And I did kind of feel that a little bit where everybody had them like, I don't want to say unanimous, but it was close to unanimous. King of 2A.
Yes.
Up until 3 weeks ago.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Steel Valley's like, hey, you guys
Yeah,
forgot about us.
watch this one over here. Yeah, 2A's been a little bit weird this year, but Wash High.
Great win for Wash High. And then they also found out they're going to be in single A next
Yeah,
year.
and they go down to
dropping
Now, here's a question for you. So Wash High goes down to single A enrollment wise. Do you stay in 2A? 2A is easier to win in 3A or than 1A.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a thought.
At least to make it to the championship.
Yeah.
You're absolutely
I
right
mean,
about that, though. It is.
You know, you're still going to have Claret and Fort Cherry down there and, single A, right? Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. If I'm Wash High, I'm like, I kind of like where
But
we're
you know
at.
what, though? Like, I mean, okay, you just named 2 teams. So you're telling me I'm still probably going to be one of the top 4 teams? I take my chances against Fort Cherry and Claret.
I mean, you got Bishop Canavan down there still, and you know, Jeanette has its up and down years as well. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a
Tri-County South. You,
you miss Steel Valley, you miss Seton LaSalle, but I mean, behind door number 2 isn't much better either.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely
Definitely
going to
a
be
thought.
something they're going to talk about.
Definitely a thought.
Definitely going to talk about. Brad,
Wash High, 31-7, 4 turnovers. That was one of the
Jeez.
big things in that deal, including 2 pick sixes. Tristan Reed had one of those 2 pick sixes in that game. So, the Little Prexies winning big with the defense. And Mike Bosnick has the troops to win away from getting down to Acrisure.
In that first game with Seton LaSalle a couple weeks ago, it was
a close
a game.
game. Yeah,
It was a game. It was Seton's closest game for sure.
I think another takeaway for me this week would be, just like keeping track of the scores that night, seeing what's going on. And then all of a sudden seeing updates from the Clareton Jeanette game. And Jeanette like beating Clareton at one point and it being a close. I was like,
They were on a drive to win.
Yes.
First scoring against Clareton was a breaking news story. It was the first time
They
that
hadn't
happened in
given up a point
11
since
weeks.
August 22nd was the last time they gave up a point. And they gave up, 30?
Yeah.
38-33.
33, yeah.
38-33.
And they were on a drive to win it. Brandon Murphy, Division I prospect, iced the game for Clareton with an awesome pick. But Kimani Brown had the game of his life. Jace Powell had an unbelievable game as well.
Now, do you think Jeanette has gotten better since that blowout loss to Clareton in the regular season, or has Clareton come down to earth? Combination of the two.
I'm just going to go back to what I said preseason. I thought Jeanette had the horses to run with Fort Cherry and Clareton, and it looked like I was dead wrong the entire year. I think Jeanette a little bit underachieved this year, and Tommy Pallone kind of just righted the ship right into the playoffs. That was the Jeanette team that I expected all year long, not the team losing to Clareton by 50 or
younger
losing
group too.
Yeah, they were a little bit younger, but Kimani's a senior, and I thought he would be the guy to lead the charge. But man, that would have been a monster upset for them. But they were going to have to beat Fort Cherry Clareton anyway, so they just got out of round early.
Is it happened a week after they gave Bentworth gave them a game the week before, and there were times that week I was like, man, is Bentworth going to beat Jeanette? Talk about
shock and awe.
Yeah, I mean, as far as legendary programs go, Jeanette's in one spot, and Bentworth's in a totally different spot on the
totem pole for sure.
On that totem pole right there. But then Jeanette comes out the next week, and they almost pull a stunner.
Yeah,
that would have definitely been. They would have taken the Wash High upset and anteed up big time. But
and staying in 1A. another takeaway. I get a call from none other than the guy going to watch Matt Sig in the Fort Cherry Rangers.
Yeah.
Pat Narduzzi gives me a call.
Oh, hold on. Let me
Says,
get that name drop for
so
you. You
big,
dropped it.
big name drop.
It says Carlo on.
Big name drop.
I hope you're not
he
going to that
called
game
me.
tonight. I don't want to see you.
You know, he says, hey, now, but as he's driving out, I'm trying to hype up Western Pennsylvania. Like, hey, it's single A football, but, expect this, expect that, da-da-da. But, at the same time, it's single A football, okay? He calls me the next day.
He probably hadn't been to many single A games before.
He'd been to a
Western
couple.
PA.
Clarendon, Leechburg with Lovelace.
out
So,
at,
That's
yeah.
true. Yeah.
That was up at Beaver.
I was at Beaver High School.
Yep.
He
At
calls me.
Tarquinio Field at Gypsy Glen Stadium.
Yeah, look at you.
Yeah, just so,
So he says that was one of the hardest hitting games I've ever seen.
Wow.
He goes,
No
and
kidding.
he said, and it wasn't just, it was both Fort Cherry and Neshannock back and forth. So, it piques my interest a little bit. I put it on. Anthony Aiken and the Neshannock Lancers, I mean, they went at it. The score was, what was it, 20-some points? I called 32. Coach Tanner Gary couldn't get to 32 for me. I don't think he's ever hit my benchmark.
No, he is not.
It's always
He
close.
is not.
But and then Matt Sig and Silva and all them were also, banging. But I thought that was a major compliment for Coach Narduzzi to call me and be like, hey, that was one of the toughest hitting or hardest hitting games I've seen. I was like, I tried telling you. And really, in the back of my mind, I was like, whew. I was like, thank God I didn't send him somewhere rough. But yeah, I thought that was a major shout out to both Neshannock and Fort Cherry. It's how we bring it in Western Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I thought that was cool too. Just how Pitt brought the big trailer out for the game and everything, and they had the big Pitt logo.
Trying to make an
stadium.
impression.
I think it's great when schools do that. And like I know people, like especially Pitt fans would kind of scoff at James Franklin and the helicopter and all that stuff, but I think that stuff's cool.
I don't think it's as cool as the helicopter, but it's a step below. It's cool. I think.
Yeah.
Well,
Got
there's
people
also
talking.
something that got people talking in that same vein. Coach Prime.
Yeah.
Prime
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, prime
Was
time
at Moon.
At Moon. Yeah. How about that?
Little bit of a practice before the Buffs got ready to take on WVU, and they stopped by University Boulevard. It was actually, they tried to get West Allegheny originally to host them, but had some conflict issues. So Moon stepped in, and
Prime looked good.
yeah,
looked
it was.
good.
It was a pretty cool picture there. I posted on X, formerly known as Twitter. Some people still call it Twitter. I don't know what to say about that, but I think that it was a pretty cool.
Yeah, and it was a nice shout out for the Tiger football program and whatnot. But speaking of that, how about the Moon game as a takeaway?
That would be another one.
Penn Trafford robbed, and would you call it robbed? It was a tie game. Would you call it robbed? So if those are unaware,
Right.
Moon driving with the football under 4 minutes to go. Andrew Cross tucks it, goes. Penn Trafford strips him. It was a bang play. When you slow it down and go frame by frame, the ball was clearly out, but didn't look it the first time around, but the ball was out. Penn Trafford, would you feel robbed?
Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, as a player or a coach on Penn Trafford, I would, just because that was such a big play. Now it came earlier enough because that was earlier on in the fourth quarter, I believe, and so it's not
3 or
like the
4
last
minutes?
drive. Oh yeah, about
Yeah, I
3 or
think-
4
yeah,
minutes.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
later.
Yeah,
in
it
the
was
fourth.
later in the game. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Here's the thing. We've talked about this before. I give a tip of the cap to the men and women who put on the zebra stripes every
Not
Friday
easy.
night. It's not. And we're thankfully in an area where we don't have to play high school football games on Thursday and Friday and Saturday because we don't have enough officials that we could still play the majority of our games on Friday nights. And it's so hard for a referee that's getting $125, whatever it is, every Friday night. And the guy has to, he just came off of his job at H&R Block or wherever he works on Fridays and then goes to a game and dedicates his time. It's life. And I think that the greatest part of sports is life isn't fair. We talked about that in the post-game show on KDK Radio of like, is it wrong? Yeah, it was wrong. But it's a great teacher for young people to realize that just because there's rules in place and just because you always want to do the right thing. Doesn't mean it always goes that way. And as unfortunate as it is, I'm sure I circle back. Penn Trafford was on the opposite side of this early in the season. Against Norwin.
Yeah, against Norwin.
Yeah.
Yep.
They had a call
Almost
that
the same, almost a worse call. Actually.
You were up in arms.
I'm up in arms again right now.
Right, and I think that's the perfect example of one team being on the right side of a bad call, and then sometimes ball don't lie,
and I
or
think
it does.
The difference between the Norwin game and the Penn Trafford game, the Norwin game, I mean, that ended the game. That was
Yes,
done.
it did.
Like Penn Trafford, you still got the rock back. You could have went down and scored.
Sure.
Moon got the ball again.
Yes,
And they
that's a
didn't
good
stop
point.
them.
Right.
So Moon got the ball again.
That's a good point.
And couldn't be stopped.
Yeah.
But it just sucks, late in the fourth quarter and in a gotta have it moment, and you do have it. I did have a one of the higher ups in the WPIAL officials did text me, and he was like, "That's rough, pal."
I will say that despite everything that I just said, for the championships with video and television and everybody that's all the camera angles, they should allow replay to make the call right.
I disagree. Here's what you need to do. You need to allow challenges.
No.
You get two.
No.
If you put replay
Not-
into the game,
No.
then everything gets replayed.
No. It would need to be a WPIL representative sitting up in the booth watching the broadcast and being able to buzz down and say, "I want to take another look at that." The play
But that can
comes
be 10
to my
different
mind,
times.
and that's fine. You want to get the play right,
Yeah.
like in a
I think
championship
the
game.
two challenges.
But giving coaches the ability to challenge, I don't.
I think you
that's
just start with replays. You start with replays. Maybe you start it one year just with the championship games.
Yes.
And then you move it to the playoffs.
Sure.
And then maybe you do get to a regular season system
Sure.
at some point.
I think the play that is embedded in my mind is Upper St. Clair WPIAL Championship
against North Allegheny.
against NA, and he is 4 feet out of bounds.
I think that was Zeiss.
It might have been.
It was either Zeiss or the
I
kid
just
that went to Richmond.
remember Jim Render looking up at the board.
They had it right on the
And just
scoreboard.
like,
He's 4 feet out of bounds. I mean, it was late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
Same thing. It was
game-winning play.
Yeah.
I mean, that when you have the ability,
things like that
in
should have
the
been
moment.
Yeah. And that would have been a quick review, too.
Yeah, it was like,
it would have been one replay.
I mean,
Okay, yeah, he's clearly out.
The popcorn vendor could be like, "Yeah, he's out." Like,
What's funny about the reviews too, and like I'll bring this up like to my wife every once in a while. Like we'll be watching the game, and like that like review company where they go under the hood and stuff. It's called a DVR Sport, and those are and they do like NFL games, college, everything. It's based in Robinson. I mean,
no
they actually have an office in Robinson.
Yeah, they do.
That's like their
Yeah,
main
they do.
headquarters. Yeah, it's just some little place.
I used to battle when I was at Duquesne. We had like the bare end of DV Sport, so I was the student video coordinator. I had to do all these. I had no idea what I was doing. I used to call, "What is going on?" I hated DV Sport. I had no idea how massive of a company it was. I used to call them weekly bitching.
just because they're based in Robinson, you thought
Well, I had
they
no
were
idea.
small.
I had no idea.
You didn't know where they
No,
were?
no. I was just calling
nice.
the helpline. Hey, my thing's messed up again. They're like, "Yeah, you need to upgrade your package." And I'm like, "Well, we don't have that here." And I'm 19 years old, so figure it out.
That's good. That's good. Let's jump into some hot and nots from the week that was. I'll lead us off here because I'm in the appropriate apparel. How about the Upper St. Clair Panthers? Huh? How about them? These Panthers, they will not go down. They did not let me down. And they move on to the semifinals. Take down Woody High after Woodland Hills is up 14 to nothing.
I mean,
Scoop Smith takes the opening kick for a touchdown.
99.
how does Upper St. Clair not pack it in and go when they're down 14-0? Just say, "Hey, wasn't our year."
You know what? In a lot of high school football programs,
They would.
They would.
They would.
I mean, in the playoffs, with all of that pressure to be down 14 points and then still win by 10,
Mm-hmm.
I like this team, man.
John Banbury was very impressive. Hellman impressive.
And congratulations to Ethan Hellman, USC all-time leading passer now.
Which is awesome. Like, given the lineage of that
Yes.
program, very, very cool for Mr. Hellman. It was Man, my Woody High Wolverines broke. I thought it was like the storybook ending for Cam Walters, Scoop Smith. Like, here they come. And
you were right. It was an ending.
oh, brother.
And that's what, I just thought Scoop and those guys would have one playoff, get that win, get into the semifinals, and they just couldn't do it despite that 14-0 start. And what was, like we talked about Ethan Hellman, and he's been the big name on that team offensively this year, but it wasn't the passing game. It was the running game with Dante Corey and with John Banbury.
Yeah.
They carried the load against Woodland Hills, and they had a huge day, and the defense was great too. After that 14-0 start, it was just all Panthers after that.
How about him?
I can't believe I doubted him. I can't believe it.
I talked to Upper St. Clair coach Mike Junko after the game. I called him up for a story, and I said, Mike, man, I don't know what I was thinking picking against you guys here. And he said, well, at least one of you guys, at least Matt came up with, tell Matt, I said, thanks for sticking with us. So I said, I will. Okay, I will.
Well, I mean, it'll be interesting later in the pick segment. The last time we had this game, I did not go with the Panthers, and I wasn't wrong.
Yeah.
Just saying.
What's he going to do this time, though?
Don't let the
Well,
shirt
I'm on
fool
the
you.
edge of my seat now.
Yeah. Don't let the shirt fool you. You never know. Never know. You're hot.
Ooh, why is it so hot? What is this flipping season? Is flipping season hot? We got a couple WPIAL commits maybe flipping their college decision. How about David Davis visiting UNC this weekend?
North
Coach Bill
Carolina,
Belichick trying to flip the Penn State commit. Matt Sig.
Are we sold that Bill Belichick's going to be there next year?
I actually think the longer this goes on, I do think I actually am sold. I think he's trying to set up his son to take over.
Yeah.
So he's trying to kind of calm the waters a little bit.
And they've won some games here recently.
Yeah,
too.
they've been a lot better recently. But yeah, I think from what I was told, he was recruiting his butt off, which tells you he's at least invested.
Sure.
So David Davis maybe flipping to UNC. How about Matt Sig? Maybe Notre Dame, maybe Pitt, maybe West Virginia. He's still committed to Penn State. And here's an interesting one. I hear some rumors swirling that a UNC commit, Ashton Blatt, maybe taking a peek at Rich Rodriguez in West Virginia.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
He's
breaking news.
You never know.
He's had a big year for them.
Yeah.
Elite Central Catholic in sacks. I think he's up to 11, 12 sacks on the year.
I wasn't necessarily sold on Mr. Blatt. He was kind of low on my prospect list. Let me tell you, he will be a significant riser this year. I mean, he's the total package coming in at defensive end. So it was, he's had a really good year, and I think West Virginia is making a hard push for him late. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, potentially flipping season.
What percentage would you say of Matt Sig going to Pitt at this point? What percentage?
25.
Ooh, 25.
I think it's a 50% chance he goes with James Franklin wherever he goes. I think that's the leader. I think it's 25 Notre Dame, 25 Pitt, 50% wherever James Franklin is.
So maybe Indiana out of it, maybe? Or,
well, you know what? I'll say 30% chance James Franklin, 20% Indiana, 25% the other two. Because Indiana still is around.
100% chance Carlo did not do that math right. And that's up to
No.
140%. That's up to
30% James Franklin, 20%.
That adds up to 147%.
Indiana, 25%
Wait a
the other
second.
two. But I think the odds-on
That's
favorite.
Central Catholic math.
Odds-on favorite, he follows James Franklin. That's what I think.
Probably Virginia Tech, it sounds like. Maybe like Virginia Tech. Maybe like hear his name with Florida.
Don't sleep on the Gators.
Oh,
Jimmy
man.
Sexton gets a lot of things done. James Franklin's agent gets a lot of things done. Brad, you're hot.
All right. My hot. We already talked about them a little bit, but also I'll keep this short. But Aliquippa, the Clips, back in a familiar place. Might not be Heinz Field or Acrisure Stadium, but they're at Pine Richland High School. For the
I didn't.
for the championship game.
Yeah.
Were they there last year?
No, Carlo, they were not.
They were not there
They
last
were at
year.
Norwin.
That's right. Well, and Aliquippa didn't make it.
Yes,
That's why.
That is
Okay.
correct.
Okay. But this is the first year that they wouldn't play at Acrisure.
That's great.
Yeah.
We were talking about is renewing the rent, and they're not at.
Yeah,
Well,
they're not
they
there.
They're
Well, they
not
have
at the
played.
Ac.
Well, they have played because they play TJ at Norwin when
Yes.
they played them in the championship game. So they played
Did
at
they?
least one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because that was an epic game over there. I remember that one. But
Oh, yeah, that was at Norwin. Okay, that was a while ago.
yeah.
Okay.
4
Okay.
or 5 years ago now.
Mhm.
Yeah. But yeah, quips.
Okay, I thought this was the first game they weren't at Acrisure. Okay, my bad.
I feel like Carlo fell on his head.
No, I thought it just finally clicked. I was like, oh wait, they're not at
He's going
Acrisure.
to go to the concussion protocol.
Yeah, right.
Oh, no.
Just put him in
The
a flat
last
room,
time,
like dark room.
2 years ago, when they played McKeesport in the championship, it was at Acrisure.
Correct.
Correct.
Yes,
Correct.
yes,
Since the
that was.
4A state playoffs got screwed up, they
Yeah.
now moved to Pine. So okay.
I wonder which, by the way, just as quick sidebar, I wonder which classes are going to get screwed up in the next realignment
That's going to be interesting. Yeah,
to see which two are left out. Or,
Well, I was going to say, could they fix it?
no, the PIAA is never going to fix anything for us.
Well, why the hell is that?
It's just based off of how many available teams and classes and where they're pulling teams from. Because in theory, they could make it 3 teams have to go 2 rounds into states. It just depends on how
the
it all
PIAA
sprays.
does it.
with the
Yeah,
other,
because
with the enrollments.
the previous year it wasn't 4A, it was 3A
Right. You're right.
that had to go to Norwin.
Right.
3 and 6. I think it's always going to be 6.
Yeah, 6 is always screwed because they don't have enough teams.
Right.
Okay. Well,
Which makes the opposite amount of sense because you would think with less teams there would be less needed rounds.
yeah, in the state playoff, right? Yeah, I don't know.
Right?
It's above my pay grade.
Okay.
All right, that was my hot was the quips. I don't really have much more to say on
You
that.
got more? Not sorry,
but they
Brad.
beat the number 2, number 3 seed
The
already.
cricket strike again.
Now they could go, and now they could go and they can beat number 1 McKeesport here for the title. So they get 1, 2, 3. I'll start with the knots.
Yes,
I'll start with
please.
the knots. My knot is going to be the South Allegheny Gladiators. Unfortunate end of their season. Had been 9-0, a win away from a perfect regular season. Number 1 ranked team the whole way. Looked like they might be a team of destiny and get that first title this year, but then losses in 2 of their last 3 games. Had the Still Valley lost in the regular season, and then they go out to Wash High 20 or 31-7 last week. So we saw last season the South Allegheny basketball team went on that great run and like really galvanized the community and have everyone fired up. Not going to be quite as long of a run here for the football team, but hey, basketball team should be good again. And Brian Hansen got that football program in really good shape. Elijah Cook was only a freshman this year. They'll lose Drew, but and I think there's some more Epps brothers coming up too. So still some talent over there.
Oh,
in
no doubt.
Glassport and Portview and
Yeah.
over in that area.
The and the WPIAL didn't do them any favors. That left side of the bracket it was a gauntlet.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It was definitely loaded.
My not a little bit of almost in the same vein. The upset special that was not hot. Norwin, that was a trendy pick as 2 of us had Norwin. No Norwin, no Apollo Ridge. Jeanette falls short. No Thomas Jefferson. That was another trendy pick amongst media types. Even though we all did have
Media
McKeesport. No Hope.
What are we then?
Hopewell was a trendy pick. No Hopewell. Really, the biggest upset was Wash High over South Allegheny, and that was a 4-5 matchup. So, they were 6 seed. Yeah,
Yep.
so I guess
Come on,
St. Clair
come
too.
on.
But yeah, I would
Put
say
some respect on them.
the upset special, not hot.
Not hot.
My knot is Mother Nature not making for friendly weather for attendance in these WPIAL playoffs.
Yeah.
That has not been just even watching some videos.
No, you just hate to see it for the WPIAL.
Yeah, but I think that are we losing our Western Pennsylvania
Grit and
like?
toughness.
Yeah, I think that obviously
I thought McKeesport and TJ would have more people at it.
I'll
tell you that.
I did too, and I mean the game at Woodland Hills, Upper St. Clair, was nobody there.
Really?
No,
Oh boy.
I know. I was like
What?
trying to, yeah, and that was. I mean,
I'll tell you what, the championships this weekend aren't going to be much easier with Pitt hosting game day.
Yeah.
Pitt and Notre Dame.
the
I mean,
Notre
that's
Dame
that's
game,
about
right.
half the fans in college football around here.
yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
They're going to be going to that, or at least watching it.
Sure, maybe you get the 6A game with the evening start.
Yeah,
you do a
maybe,
double header. You see Pitt at noon, and
Right, and then get over to
Central NA.
Pine. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I don't think that
it's better than going to Norwin. That's for sure.
And I don't think the WPIAL can really make their schedule around
no
Pitt.
No,
I just
you
think
can't.
it's just
you can't. I mean,
tough luck this year. And then of course, 2 college football ranked teams, game day. I mean, it just is now a circus.
I mean, and let's be honest, how many times has that happened?
yeah,
It
like
doesn't
20
happen.
years ago, that was
Right,
it.
right.
That was
So,
it.
I mean, yeah, from that perspective, it's just the way that the cookie crumbles. But
Well, hold on. As we're on this topic, how the hell was it? It was just the 4 games on the Friday after Thanksgiving.
in 4
Back when it was
classes,
4
Correct.
classes, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we can never get back to that with 6?
correct.
You just can't do 6 in a day. Yeah.
Well, and the problem,
But
that
even
you're
the Friday
mentioning-
after Thanksgiving.
the problem is that the season starts a
earlier.
week earlier.
Yeah, we're not even close to Thanksgiving.
Because the state, again, the PIAA, does not want the state championships so close in or deep into December
basketball season.
and basketball season. So that everything gets raised.
Man, that screws everything up.
Because, yeah, you're absolutely right. Playing on Black Friday was
It was awesome because everybody's off school. You know, it's like
Then you
the
don't have
thing
to worry
do.
about pit schedule.
Yeah.
You're golden in every way there. And
You don't have to worry about the school students. They're all off.
right. And I think even from a stadium operation standpoint,
Yeah.
you play the 4 games on Friday, you resaw it overnight. Even if Pitt plays, it's just Pitt and the Steelers.
Yeah.
Or ideally, you have Saturday off to resaw it and the Steelers play on Sunday.
Oh, man, that's
But-
tough.
Life with 4 classes, man. It was
Ugh.
much simpler times back then.
I mean,
It was-
I hate that I'll put all of us in our young age are already saying, oh, it was better then. Because it was.
Yeah.
I
100%.
just in every way, I think it was. And I don't know, maybe the WPI will think about making the WPIAL 4 classes and then
Branching it
handing
off into
handing
6,
off.
yeah.
I know that's one of the
I wouldn't hate
options.
it. I wouldn't hate it.
I'd only hate it because boy, that's going to be like who is it? Like
How do you
3,
pick the-
Is it 3 knuckleheads like us going? Who's going to the state playoffs? You're a winner. Armstrong's in.
Yeah.
You could you could do a lot worse than us. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
yeah. But that would be my only
Yeah, not easy.
No.
Not easy.
no honorable mention. Not
Mm-hmm.
your picks.
Oh,
Yeah. We'll get to that shortly.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm taking shots already.
We gonna take a break.
Yeah, let's take a break.
Come back. We're gonna hand out Player of the Week, Coach of the Week honors.
Yes, sir.
And we'll come back with the Whippies. So our friend Tom Poljak, Vertical Raise and Black Bear Fundraising, got a chance to catch up, as he does every week, with our Player and Coach of the Week and handing out some hardware from our friends at Home Team Collections. And we'll come back and we'll whip it real good. The Whippies in this semifinal and championship edition of the WPIAL Insider Show. Don't go anywhere. We roll on after this.
Welcome back, everyone. Tom Poljak with you again on the WPIAL Insider Show. Each and every week, we bring you the Player and the Coach of the Week Awards. That's brought to us by Black Bear Fundraising and Vertical Raise Pittsburgh. Deron Barksdale.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, congratulations. What a fantastic game you had.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
So you're coming off a 42-6 win over Elwood City, 5 touchdowns. You had a big game defensively also. You had 4 tackles and a deflection.
Yes, sir.
I mean, how about that? Tell me a little bit more about that game.
It was good. It was good from the start. We came to dominate. You know, we got to separate ourselves so we won't have to. We make the games harder for ourselves earlier in the season. So we're coming out every week with let's get after it. Probably ease down towards fourth quarter and stuff like that. So we just had to get it done. I thought.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That is one of the best pictures we've seen all year long, man. That's fantastic. Well, you're a Pitt commit.
Yes, sir.
And the last time in 2022, you were a WPIAL championship with your brother Donald, and he's at Youngstown State right now, right?
Yes, sir.
That's fantastic. Big tradition here at Steel Valley. The Ironmen of having star defensive backs at Pitt.
Yeah.
Paris Ford, obviously, he won a state championship here. And then you also have Cruz Bookins. So he's a star right now. He's been a little bit banged up, but he's still having a great year. So congratulations once again. Anyone out there you want to thank?
I definitely want to thank my linemen because they've been getting on me because I don't usually say it enough, but I want to thank them. I want to thank my mother, my coaches, especially my coach Booz, through Coach Brazo, Tube, Coach Cav. I want to thank them all, honestly. They pushed me when they didn't really, how can I say it? I wasn't used to being in the positions I was in, like running back, for example, but they trust me at every aspect of the game. They'll let me be free in a way, so I definitely want to thank them.
That's fantastic. Well, we're rooting for you to bring home another championship and keep it going throughout the course of the year. I love this community. I do a lot of work with this community. We work with the middle school, doing some fundraising with them. A lot of pride in this community, and everyone's proud of you. Going on to the next level, right down the street. I mean, we're going to be rooting for you on Saturdays. And speaking of Saturdays, you got game day coming to Pitt.
I can't wait.
I know. Are you going to be down there?
I'm going down there.
Fantastic.
I couldn't miss it.
Well, you got to give us a prediction on that Notre Dame Pitt game.
It's going to be a close game. Besides what Coach Narduzzi said, it's going to be a close game. You know, I think it's going to be, because we've been shooting. Mason's is a heck of a player. We got Kenny. Our defense best in the ACC, in my opinion. I got 42. We got to stop Jeremiah Love. 42. It's going to be a close game. I don't know. 42-21 us.
That doesn't sound like a close game.
it's
That
not a
sounds
close
like
game.
that. I would love to have that happen. Hey, congratulations
Thank
once
you.
again. And as always, thank you for tuning in.
Yes,
And the Player and the Coach of the Week award is always brought to you by Black Bear Fundraising and Vertical Race Pittsburgh.
Thank you, man.
Good job,
Thank
buddy.
Some moments on the field go beyond the game. They shape who we become. At Home Team Collections, we honor those moments with the care and craftsmanship they deserve. Because these moments aren't just memories, they're a legacy worth preserving. Any team, any sport, any logo. Visit HomeTeamCollections.com today and save $10 off your first order.
You spend your life on the field, in the gym, or on the court. You know what it means to be part of a team, to push for a goal, and to chase a win. What if you could take that same drive and turn it into a high-paying career? BMAC Logistics is looking for people just like you for their Beaver and North Shore Pittsburgh office locations. BMAC is a top 100 freight brokerage in the U.S., and they know what the best athletes make to make the best sales professionals. Why? Because you're already wired for success. You're competitive, you know how to work with a team, and you're not afraid of rolling up your sleeves and putting in that hard work to get the ultimate reward. At BMAC Logistics, you'll join a high-energy team as an inside sales representative. It doesn't matter if you're fresh out of high school, college, or already have some experience. BMAC Logistics will give you the training and the support you need to succeed. If you have that natural hunger to win, you could be earning a six-figure salary within the first 15 to 18 months. Ready to take your competitive spirit to the next game, to the next rewarding career? Join the swarm at BMAC Logistics and apply today. Thanks for BMAC Logistics for sponsoring the WPIAL Insider Show.
Players, are you lacking confidence or feeling nervous when it's time to perform? Struggling to stay focused under pressure? Coaches, are you feeling overwhelmed and stressed? Battling decision fatigue as the season heats up? Does this sound like you? Don't leave your mental game to chance this season. At Edge 90, we've teamed up with WPIAL Insider this season to bring you mental skills training that will give you the edge when it counts. Whether you're a player looking to boost your confidence and composure, or a coach aiming to sharpen your team's mental resilience and deal with stress, they have the tools you need. Their services include team workshops, which will strengthen team culture and build a mental skill set together. One-on-one training, that's personalized sessions to elevate your mental game. They even have virtual courses, convenient training you can access anytime, anywhere. Use my promo code Mr. Insider for 10% off any service. Visit edge90.com to learn more and follow them on social media at VT_Edge90. They have free tips. Ask Vince any question you want on social media. Don't just play the game, prepare. hit that follow button. That's at VTD_Edge90.
Black Bear Fundraising, in partnership with Vertical Raise Donation Platform, is proud to sponsor the WPIAL Insider Show, Player and Coach of the Week Award. For over 25 years, we've been helping teams and groups raise the funds they need. From our premium discount cards to the Vertical Raise online platform, we've helped hundreds of programs raise millions of dollars. And just this year, we worked with Peters Township Football, helping them raise over $55,000 for their program. If you're looking for the best fundraising solution in the tri-state area, reach out to us today. Black Bear Fundraising and Vertical Raise Pittsburgh, the official fundraising partners of the WPIAL Insider Show.
Welcome back inside the WPIAL Insider Show, presented to you by Edgar Snyder and Associates, with Brad Everett, Carlos Zofko, Matt Fargo, here for a WPIAL semifinal, a championship edition of the show. And now time, congratulations first off on our player and coach of the week. Well deserving for them both. And both maybe unsung heroes in the playoffs, as it often comes at this time of year.
I'll tell you what, Chris Rizzo has done a really good job at North Catholic. And Mike McMahon, quarterback coach OC, A+ higher. A+ higher there. You know,
he was calling games on 22 the point back in the day.
I mean, that just goes to show you, like, football guys, I mean, sometimes they just have it, and Mike McMahon has it, you know, and he's a great quarterback developer as well. So,
obviously spent, what did I say, it was 7-8 years.
A couple years in the NFL. New York Giants and such.
I wonder if they get any consultation from Tom Orth there as to what to do.
I would think so, right?
Yeah,
maybe a little
bit of input, you know, maybe, I don't know.
Maybe just, just one-off questions, you know, not necessarily game plan, but.
And I'm almost interested in, how unselfish of Tom Orth, the son, of probably growing up his whole life.
He's QB.
Being a quarterback and being groomed to be a quarterback. Then you get this Volitsky guy that shows up and he's like, I'll be a tight end. I'm in.
And it's worked for him.
And he's, Tom Orth, saw them against Hopewell in the showcase. He packs a punch, man. He's a football player. Yeah. Not afraid of the contact.
What year is he again?
He's a senior. He's a senior.
Okay.
Yeah. His dad QB coach of the Steelers, was the head coach at Akron for a little bit there as well. So, and John Carroll actually too.
Okay.
So.
I wonder if Tom, playing college somewhere, maybe like D2, D3 somewhere.
I think so. I think there's a chance for him to get some FCS stuff later here. I think he has really good grades too. But he's a nice player, but definitely at least D2, probably FCS though.
Okay.
Want to start with our whippies?
Yeah,
Brad. Okay,
I'll go. I'll take it from Brad. I'll do the.
Doesn't sound like Brad.
I'll do the Mr. Do It All Award, and that goes to Pine Richland's Khalil Taylor, Mr. Taylor. Kickoff return touchdown, a receiving touchdown, a pick six, and a punt return. And I turned on PCN this weekend. What do you think was on? The Daquan Hardy 2018 championship game. And I was like, oh, that's a perfect little reminder of Khalil Taylor's performance. But Daquan did in the state final against Manheim Central, and Evan Simon was their quarterback, as Coach LaDon in the Penn Hills Indians took them down. So, a nice little shout out to the Do-It-All fellas.
Well, I'm gonna throw. If I had a whistle, I would blow that whistle. Or if I had a flag, I would throw it right now. Because we're gonna need some. We're gonna need what the referee says. Maybe you could be the referee on this one, Matt. But earlier this year, I had a Mr. Do-It-All award.
Oh,
can you only use the award?
You know what?
Or
that's a good question, because I'm going to be honest. Ben McHenry
was my winner. That was my winner. The one
was more of a do-it-all than Khalil Taylor.
Because
believe it or not.
I mean, because
he was kicking extra points.
He was kicking extra points and field goals and all this other stuff. So this is the second now. Now, if I call a foul on Carlo, I'm going to have to call a foul myself, because Khalil Taylor was going to be my award winner too.
What was your name?
But it was the Taylor Made Award.
Taylor
is
way better,
creative,
way more creative.
Yeah,
but
This is why we should rehearse this thing sometimes, fellas.
Well, it's ironic because, again, we don't rehearse this, and I, too, have stolen a name from that was previously used.
the best beaver?
The Best Beaver Award. The winner of the Best Beaver is Western Beaver.
They're the last one
They're the
left.
last Beaver standing.
Last
They're the
one's
last
left.
Beaver standing. So my Whippy is Western Beaver with Beaver Falls, and Southside Beaver all at.
Out of here.
Western Beaver is the best beaver, no
best.
matter what happens.
Or the last
They-
beaver standing award. Yeah, the
Yes.
last beaver. Yeah.
Well, it has to be the best beaver now.
It does. It does.
It can't be
It will
better.
always be the best beaver.
Yes, it will.
Yeah.
So that ironic that you
Nice.
bring that up, Brad, because
Yes.
I too stole a name.
Okay. So I guess we're going okay with the stolen names are okay, and
now.
Khalil Taylor being named twice in that. Or here for these awards, pretty big too. And then I saw Khalil Taylor went to UVA. He was down there. I saw a picture with him and Tony Elliott from the UVA game.
They're having a hell of a year.
well until they lost on.
I mean, even
on
still,
Saturday.
even still,
Yeah,
they.
I mean, they're like one of the teams in the mix there for that.
I mean, Tony
for the
Elliott was
ACC
dead to
title.
rights last year. I mean, they were like, he's out, and then all of a sudden, sometimes a good coach just takes a little bit of time.
Was going. I had went and took a trip down memory lane. I took a trip down memory. Did it again. Memory. I took a trip down memory lane. I got it that time. Memory lane. And I went back and read an old story I did on Khalil Taylor. I had interviewed him when he was an 8th grader. He had just got an offer from UNLV, and people don't get offered in this area as 8th graders.
Right.
I think he was the only one. I don't know if he might have been the first one ever to do it, but I did the story and I was reading through it, and I thought it was interesting in there, and I totally forgot about. He had told me his favorite college back then, Ohio State, and favorite player was Marvin Harrison Jr. And now Ohio State, since he's decommitted from Penn State. Ohio State's one of the schools.
In the
Sounds
mix.
like he's pretty in the mix for. If you're a wide receiver, that's a school, man. That's pretty much wide receiver. Them and LSU probably be two of the bigger ones up there. So
Wasn't there a quarterback at Gateway that got offered in his 8th grade year by Oregon?
Yeah, that was Brad Birch.
Yeah, it is.
That was a ridiculous. And you know who
knew
did
he
it?
was gonna get
You know who
fired
did it? It was Joe Moorhead.
it was Joe Moorhead. Yeah.
And it was
And then he ended up getting an offer from Akron too when he ended up going.
supposedly Joe did it just to hey, I got to go recruiting in Pittsburgh. I have this offered kid out here.
Oh, look, my family.
I
What are
think-
these odds?
And it was like, well, you offer a kid early enough, because Joe knew he was never going to be there for 4 years. He was trying to get a head coaching job somewhere.
Sure.
So it was like one of those. I would love to,
Man,
would love
that
to go see that.
stinks for I understand what he's doing, but
That's why I
you
say
put
these
the
kids don't
perspective-
understand.
And,
Yes.
and that kid walks through the classroom in the hallways a whole lot different. He got that swag walking
That's
through
why I
the
said
hallway.
it's not fair to these kids, these
No.
fake offers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like it. I never was a fan.
Get you all
You
fired up.
definitely weren't a fan of
I
Florida
was very
State
calm
offering.
talking about these fake offers this time. Normally, I go
Yeah.
through the roof.
You were flipping on Florida State earlier this year. You're
Yeah,
like,
for good reason.
We're flipping it.
and we did have a Florida State commit, but then that's changed now because Jay Timmons at the
Yes.
time was he was committed.
How the
to
hell do
Florida
I have
State,
flipping season
And
as
not
my
mention-
pod and not mention Jay Timmons?
Well, because he has already flipped. I mean,
What
it
am
was
I
a flip.
doing? But it happened this week. I mean, I'm like, yeah, that was a significant WPIAL
Flip.
WPIAL flip.
Yeah, fix it in the post production.
I don't know how much post production this guy thinks gets done on this show.
I mean, the fact that he remembers hit record. I mean, that's
Yeah.
that's
Right,
pretty much all we
that's
can ask
key.
for.
That's key.
We can't ask for much on that.
You remember getting that text, guys?
Bad
I
news for you.
deleted it.
It's like, okay, but I'll make it up to you. I'll take you down to Champion Sports Bar. Say,
All you can
okay. Oh, we'll do it.
Oh
That's
man,
fair.
can't wait for the post game. All right, let's go into some picks. We're going to pick the semifinal matchups first, then we'll go into the championship and preview those. So we'll start in Class A.
We will not start in Class A. We will start with the records.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Sure. If you insist.
Unbelievable.
If you insist.
Rough
please.
week for Mr. Insider. 14-6 out of 20 games. That's not great.
Oof.
0 for 2 on the island. 14-6 for me. Brad 16-4. Matt 17-3. Matt continuing the climb.
Unsurmountable, it was once said.
I didn't say it.
In the playoffs, both of you are picking outside of your minds. 38-7 for both of you in the playoffs. Very good.
Good job. What are you in the playoffs?
33-12. Yeah, couple balls bouncing the wrong way.
Which is still
what it was?
Which is still a huge upgrade from last year. From when
Yeah, it is. It honestly is a big
Yeah.
upgrade from last year. For the season, Brad number 1 at 113-31. Matt at number 2. I hate saying it. 111-33.
Getting close.
And I am down to 109-35. So I'm 4 games off of Brad, 2 games off of Matt. So yeah, I gotta make it up. We're running out of games to pick, so gotta make it up.
We go it through the championships to crown a champion. Even if the show will continue on into the states, maybe we'll pick a state.
Yeah,
champion.
no. After the
WPIALs,
yeah,
that's
stuff,
when we crown a champion. But we might have some fun this year and pick some state games and name a state champion. So we'll have a WPIAL Insider champion, maybe a state.
Let's wait and see who's in the lead after WPIAL.
That's what I did.
If I'm in the lead, then we'll just stop it right
That's
there.
what I've done the last 2 years.
Right, yeah.
When I
just say, we're just going to stop here. Yeah, no need for any more.
This is good.
Yeah, we picked
good.
it
I
up.
no need to be picking Cumberland Valley versus somebody else. No need to
Well, we would go the WPIAL no matter what in the state anyway. Oh, you're saying yeah.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Did we go to single A now?
Let's go single A.
All right,
we're ready.
Here we go. Fort Cherry back in the semifinals, trying to get back to Acrisure for a 3rd consecutive year, 4th at the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
They opened that building when it was Heinz Field.
yeah.
The first years back in 2021, lost to Rochester. They've won their last 2 since they've been back, and they'll meet the Laurel Spartans if they could get in to the championship. Laurel 11-1 this game at Tony Dorsett Stadium in Hopewell.
Nice. And I will say this: you're forgetting a monster storyline in this 1A bracket. If Fort Cherry or Clarendon do not win, I have to shave my head.
Whoa! Oh, wow, I forgot about that already.
So give me Fort Cherry.
Wow.
I really need
And
Fort
we
Cherry.
need a spread here.
Holy cow.
Oh yeah, and spread. Okay, of course. This one's going to be close. Fort Cherry by 13.
Whoa.
Laurel's really good.
I agree with you. I think Laurel's really good. I think this is the toughest test for Fort Cherry of the season. That being said, Rangers moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Sig threw a pass last week, actually.
Hey.
0-1 passing, but 27 carries, 131 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. While
Pretty good.
Pat
threw a pick?
Narduzzi, or no, he didn't throw a pick. Did he throw a pick?
No, I'm asking you.
He got
You
an
said-
he
Oh, he
got
got
an
an
interception
interception.
defense,
But
yeah.
he threw an incomplete pass?
But he
Oh,
did,
this
yeah.
guy is not for it.
That was my
Yeah,
hot take
I
last week.
know.
I said Matt Sig would throw a
Zero.
pass, and
He
he threw
did.
one.
But it went incomplete.
0%
Might have
been come on,
completion
Matt.
percentage with Pat Narduzzi and Corey Saunders.
Corey Sanders,
yeah. Corey Sanders, both watching it close by. So, speaking not of Sanders, but of Saunders, Sig now 196 combined TDs in his career. He needs 18 more to break Stone Saunders' PIAA record. Stone
He can
Saunders
get there.
And then you go to state
18
championship.
games,
You go to
yeah.
states, yeah.
I mean, figure he could average 4 game rest of the
Well,
way.
if he has, say they win the WPIAL title, that's 2 games right there. How many? Then 3 more in the states.
No, 2.
Just 2 more in the States. So he has, he can play 4 more games. So
Oh man,
he'd have to average 4.5
maybe not.
a game the rest of the way.
Shoot.
He needs a 5-touchdown game to kind of.
He needs to really hit some numbers in these last couple. But hey, it's Matt Sig. It's possible.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, no, it's possible.
Shout out to Laurel though, just like you said, really good team, and like below 500 the last 2 years. Now 11-1 this year. Only loss was to Canavan, and that was 46-28. 8 straight wins since. I think this game will be close, but I just think Fort Cherry versus Clarendon, they've been on that collision course, and as much as I would love to see you shave your head, that would be something, man. I'm going to have to go with Fort Cherry here.
I think if somehow Laurel or Bishop Canavan did win, I would probably flake on the bet. You guys would have to hold me down to shave this lettuce, and you probably would.
That's
That's why I love
actually
you guys.
it'd be more fun.
Would you rather, like, if you had a chance to take it back, would you rather do your head or get your nipples?
No,
pierced?
definitely my head.
Oh, your head.
These nipples don't get touched.
We need that.
I'm shaving my.
Put that in the sound bites for the year right there. That one right there.
If we gave you an out of if it's not shaved, it's dyed
I would do that. Yeah.
a color of
Yeah.
our choosing.
Would
Get
probably
it.
do that.
Get like the Thomas Jefferson kids, and they
Yeah.
can dye.
Bleach
it
it.
blonde.
I would
Yeah,
do
they
that.
can do the
Yeah, I
blonde
would do
hair.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love to see what Mrs.
What Mrs. Insider would
have to
say.
say about that.
Shows up
Weird.
with
Yeah, for Charing
Podcast not coming back for another fourth season. Weird. Wonder why. Because I would be gripping the chair for this matchup in single A. Clarendon Bishop Canavan becomes way more interesting with the way the Bears
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
beat Jeanette barely.
10 seed Jeanette.
10 seed Jeanette. Can Bishop Canavan do the unthinkable? 10-1, or beg your pardon, 8-3 Bishop Canavan, 10-1 Clarendon. This game at Fox Chapel.
Ooh. No, I'm taking the Bears.
The Bears.
This is one of those things where, hey, the Bears got punched in the mouth last week. They figured out a way. I think it's a little wake-up call. Hey, boys, you're not in ink with Fort Cherry in that final just yet. You got to win. You got to win. So I think Wayne Wade will get them right. But the problem is the coach on the other side is Rod Steele. He knows how to do this as well. So this is a very, very good coaching matchup. I say Clarendon. I think it's going to be closer than the Fort Cherry Laurel game as well. Maybe 6 points. I think it's going to be real close.
This
It's gonna be
this
real
close
close.
from
Yeah.
your hair
Real
getting
close.
dyed or
Real
shaved. Your
close.
pick.
Wayne Wade and Rod Steele, two WPIAL championship coaches. Canavan 50 points in both of their playoff wins. So that offense, man, Mayonte Mott, over 1,000 yards now for the season. I mean, he continues to drive that offense. That Clarendon defense, though, even after giving up 33 last week, they've still only given up 52 the whole season. And I was looking back since the beginning of last year. Clarendon has 20 shutouts. They've shut out 20.
Come
20,
on. That's gotta be a
since the
WPIAL
beginning of
2-year
last
record.
year.
Has to be.
Like that is just insane too.
But you know what, though? I hate to say this, and I'm going to get some hate on the Clarendon Facebook page. Who have they beat?
Some of those teams in that
I mean,
conference. In that conference.
It's and like you beat up on Jeanette, and then I'm not to knock Jeanette because they played right with Clarendon, but that's why I think that this Bishop Canavan game has
It
some
has
meat
some
on the
legs.
bone.
It has some legs.
Well, one of those shutouts was against Canavan in last year's semifinals. It was 28-0 in that game. So
Do you think Canavan gets on the board?
Yes.
I think they do too.
I agree.
I think they do too. But I think Clarendon still wins by. I think it's still double digits. I think still at least 2 touchdowns.
I hope.
I'm going with the Bears as well, but I will be so okay to be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
This is a win-win
I
situation.
should hedge
right
my
there.
bet and take Laurel.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm willing to know that I didn't pick the Canavan upset over Clarendon,
Right.
And I would much rather see the shaved head or the dyed hair.
Yeah.
Much rather.
WPIAL Insider Tattoo.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
No, I don't love anything enough in life to get it tattooed on
Right
my
here.
body. No, nothing. Not my wife's name, and when I have kids, I'm not going to be kidding. No, there's nothing on this body.
No
Nothing.
bumper sticker on this Bentley, huh?
What did he say? What did he say? No one touches these nipples.
No,
Is that what he
these nipples don't get touched.
These nipples don't get touched. Need to
That
get him a
needs to
t-shirt.
just be the
That-
quote.
That needs to be the T-shirt. Yeah. These nipples don't get touched.
Oh, jeez.
We are off the
two-way,
rails right
the
now.
two-way.
Jeez, oh man. Two-way we go. Seton LaSalle 10-1. The Rebels trying to get back to the championship. They'll take on the Washington Little Prexies at 10-2. This game's at Peters Township. Indians hosting the Rebels and the Prexies. Great story for Washington getting the upset win. I think that they are going to play right with the Rebels for half, and then Seton's going to figure it out. Give me Seton LaSalle.
Yeah, I think that's how the first game went. And I will say that talking to some people around the Seton LaSalle program, they said we played really well against Wash High. Like we need to duplicate that. Like it wasn't like a hey we played okay and won. It was like no, we played really well and only won by like what was it 14 or whatever
It was 27-14.
Yeah. So they were like we have to duplicate that. Like this is winter play basketball season. I'm still going Seton LaSalle, but I'll tell you what, Tristan Reed he's almost pulling a Barksdale. He turned up his game a couple levels. Wash High is going to be a tough out. Give me Seton close.
Yeah, rematch of that October 24th game won by Wash High 27-14. That was an interesting final because it was only a 13-point game, but Seton, they had 482 yards, including 343 on the ground in that game. So they ran the ball. Their line controlled that game. Big game from Kymar Freeman, who's quietly had a monster year.
He came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, like this dude. I mean, he had 257 and 2 in that first meeting, and he's over 1,500 yards now, I think, for the year.
And he's a young pup. I think he's a sophomore.
Okay. Well, so yeah, get a few more years out of him. But I think Seton, I think they get back. I think that line play will be the difference right there. Trying to get back second year in a row. Wash High looking to get back for the first time since 2019. But give me the Rebels.
I don't like that we're all picking the same
Yeah, I know. I need
games
to
there.
think of something to get the game up on you jerks.
How about this game? Western Beaver 10-1 against Steel Valley. The Ironmen 8-3 at Dormont Stadium. Ironmen, Golden Beavers. Brad, tell us more about this game, shall we?
Well, I'll tell you, I get on Deron Barksdale's case. I've gotten on his case a few times over the years for not watching The Wire because, I mean, his last name is Barksdale. Barksdale's all throughout that
You've
show.
had this gripe for quite a while.
And I've had this gripe with and I've had this gripe with him. But you know what? He watched another show apparently recently, and it was the show that he really needs to watch. And it was the Donald Barksdale Show. And that's the show that his brother put on in the playoffs the last couple of years. When the playoffs came around, Donald Barksdale, they just gave him the rock. He ran, he kept running, and no one could tackle him, and he scored a bunch of touchdowns. Well, that's what younger brother Dayron did last week too. He runs in last week's game 30 carries, 213 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Over 1,700 yards and 27 on the season now for the Pitt recruit. They won a WPIAL title his freshman year, haven't won one since. Now he's a senior. I think he's following that script of his brother and putting that team on his back. And, it's going to be tough against I would really I haven't seen this Western Beaver team live, but I want to, because that Wyatt Sparbaney and Amari Marshall, they've really had great years for them. And that, two talented rushers. Steel Valley only has one, but I think Barksdale, I think he's the difference here. And I think it'll be the Dayron Barksdale show.
I agree with you, Brad. I'm going Steel Valley. I think the Ironmen are doing what they do in the postseason, which is fire on all cylinders. And I think the Ironmen, so much at single A and double A, best player on the field normally leads their team to victory. And I think Barksdale's head and shoulders above anybody else that's on that field. Great run for Western Beaver. I think they straightened themselves out after their only loss being to Mohawk. But yeah, give me the Ironman.
I will be very strategic here. We're running out of games. And I think this is a 50-50 game. I really do. Mohawk handled Apollo Ridge. Impressively so. I'm going, what did I just say? Mohawk. Western Beaver handled Apollo Ridge impressively so. I don't care about that Mohawk loss. That's what I was going with.
Okay.
Give me the Golden Beavers.
Okay.
To take down Steel Valley. Everybody's writing off the Golden Beavers. Give me the golden season for the Golden Beavers.
Looking to get to the final for the first time in 31 years. 1994
there you go.
was the last time.
There you go. Do I believe this pick? Not at all, but I got to make up some games. We're running out of games, gentlemen.
Oh, this is the house.
We're all in. We're all in.
This has been the house. Oh man, Carla's gonna lose his car.
And my hair.
And your hair. Avonworth. Let's go up to 3A. Avonworth undefeated 11-0 takes on North Catholic 9-3. This game at North Allegheny's right field at Newman Stadium. Really, a little bit of a Cinderella story there for North Catholic and the Trojans getting to the semifinals, being the 4th team out of the conference, finding their way to the semifinal against the Lopes, who it was a little lopsided last time these two teams met, Brad.
Yeah, 42-10 the first time around. Avonworth got him pretty good back on October 17th, so less than a month ago. I was looking back some of the stats in that game. Luke and Neal in that game, almost 400 yards total between rushing and receiving.
Sick.
He had like
sick.
he had like 217 rushing and like $160 receiving in that game. So that was I hope you started him in your fantasy league if you have him on your team. He was ridiculous. Now the big story is going to be for North Catholic offensively, of course, is Joey Felitsky's been incredible.
A lot of seniors on this North Catholic.
A lot of seniors on that. A lot of good pass catchers. He's up to I think almost 40 touchdowns now in the season, including 11 in the playoffs. I think it is now 6 in the first round. He had 5 last week. In the first meeting, Felitsky 10 of 20 for 164 yards, threw 1 touchdown and 2 picks in that game.
So his worst game probably in the last couple of years.
Probably is, yeah. Very, very possible his worst game of the year right there. So can that Avonworth defense, who have been lights out, can they replicate that again this time? If they can, then I don't think North Catholic's really going to be able to slow down Avonworth much at all. So North Catholic's going to have to win like a 50 to 45
it has to be a blowout
or something like that.
High scoring game, yeah.
And the fact that Felitsky wasn't at that level anywhere close that first time around in that passing attack. I just don't see them making up that much ground this time around. So give me the Antelopes moving on to the final.
Boy, I'd love to see Avonworth against McHughsport.
Oh man. That would be a game.
I'd love to see that because I actually think they have the guys.
If there was 2 classifications to combine, it probably would be 3A and 4A, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
2 and 3.
yeah, 2.
Yeah.
2 and 3.
3A would wipe the floor with 2A.
Yeah.
Like, I think 3A teams would be competitive with 4A.
With 4A. Yeah. Especially Avonworth. And it'd be like a Monte Christian. Yeah.
Yeah, you look at what Avonworth have done to 4A teams this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a game. I'm with you guys here. It's just too much ground to make up. I think that they're going to play better. Just too much ground. Give me the Lopes.
Other side of the bracket, Amani Christian, they are unblemished at 11-0. Take on the Central Valley Warriors. This game at Thomas J. Burko Memorial Stadium in McKees Rocks, Robinson, Kennedy, depending on who you are. Montour School
That's
District.
Montour, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
That's going to be cool.
Yeah.
You want me to go first?
Sure.
Go for it.
This is the one I have circled. I need to make up some ground. If I'm a betting man, in November, I'm taking Mark Lyons. Give me Central Valley. I just need some upsets here to get some games back. I don't necessarily believe this, but I mean, I love that. You can talk me in to Mark Lyons beating Amani Christian. You can it was the same thing last year. Amani Christian was the 1 seed last year, and Avonworth took him out. Amani Christian now 2 seed. I think 3 seed Central Valley takes them out. Braddock Ambrose figuring out. I just think the Central Valley defense is stout. They're going to stop this high potent Amani offense. Give me the Warriors.
Yeah, it's Mark Lyons in the playoffs.
I don't believe this for 1 second. Nobody should even listen to me. This is all strategy to get games.
It's all strategy. Is that kind of like your old boss saying that this game this week doesn't mean anything, and as long as we win our 8, or 2 ACC teams,
as long as Central Valley doesn't lose 110-10, I'll be fine.
He'll be all right. Mark Lyons in the playoffs. That's a risky. That's a tough thing to overcome right there in itself. Central Valley 2-4 at one point this year, and now they've won 5 straight. It's that same since we've gone to these non-conference schedules in recent years. Central Valley always it has a gauntlet of a non-conference schedule, playing constantly 4A teams that are not just 4A teams, but 4A teams that are good. So they get stuck with a bad end there, but then they always pick it up and they finish strong and here they are. They made it to the final last year. Another chance to do it now. Imani, man, they have been lights out, and not just on offense, but on defense. Number 2 scoring offense in the WPIAL, number 3 scoring defense. Gabe Jenkins, every time I'm looking up on a Friday night, he's scoring another touchdown. This Saints have only been to the final once, and they've had some really good teams too. And I really think this one gets back to the final. I think them against Avonworth would be a tremendous championship game. And give me the Saints. And how about Leroy Johnson getting his photo in Bill Belichick's office?
That's really cool. That's really cool.
I was like, man, look at Leroy Johnson sitting next to Bill Belichick. I was like, that is an awesome picture. So, and I think Leroy will have plenty to smile about come Friday night.
Only 5 of Amani Christian's 11 wins come against teams with winning records?
They are not seriously battle tested.
No. You look at who they beat. Their most impressive win is Clarendon, which was 19-12
Right.
On the Steelers
Week
High School
0,
Showcase at Tyler Boyd Stadium, the christening of Tyler Boyd Stadium. They have a decent win against Highlands, but that was only by 20.
I thought the North Catholic win was impressive. I watched some of that because they took a big punch early in that game. I think they were down 16-0 in that game.
Oh, wow.
And then it was just all Imani after that. That was impressive.
20-point win there. And they beat up on Hopewell in the first round, 59-21. Saying all that, I just don't know if Central Valley has enough this year. Going to put Carlo on another island.
Bring on the islands.
Jeez, Sophia. Oh boy. Yeah, I that's all I got. I think I do think it's going to be closer. This probably going to be the closest game Amani's played since that Clarendon game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my hot take on that.
5A.
Yeah, we're going to jump up to 5. Semifinals. Pine Richland, 1 seed, 10-1, takes on Moon, 9-3. This game at Chartiers Valley High School. Chartiers Valley getting some great playoff action, having McKeesport TJ last week, now getting Pine and Moon.
It's a nice facility.
Well, they just redid that press
Yeah.
box. Is great. Zach Hayward, athletic director at CV, has done a really nice job there. I think this game's a little bit closer than people may think. Brad on the island picking Moon to beat PT last week. Now they got to beat PR. And PR's been really good in firing on all cylinders. But I like the Rams in a close one. I think the matchup in this game is going to be the secondary of Moon against the wide receivers of
Absolutely will
Pine
be.
Richland.
And the problem is you have 2 top 50 recruits on the outside with Khalil Taylor and shit. I just think Pine's too much for really everybody this year. I think I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna be close. The good news is Moon has a Revis Island over there.
They do.
So maybe he'll be like his pops. He had a big game last week too. Monster touchdown for Moon. But no, I gotta go with my guy Ubi Strader. I can't go on the island here. Give me Pine.
Pine hasn't played really anyone
That's
since
the problem.
that Central Catholic
Right.
game.
Well, I mean,
Right, that conference. Not
you can't say they did play North Allegheny.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
Yeah.
North Allegheny, we now know North Allegheny laid down in that game.
You don't lay down by 70 points.
You turn the ball over 3 times inside your own 20. That's what happens.
Yeah.
You just spotted them 21 of the 70.
I'm just not gonna give North Allegheny a pass for losing 70-0.
Okay, that's fine, and rightfully so. But that wasn't North Allegheny at full strength playing for a playoff spot or playing in a playoff game.
Agreed. They still don't get a pass from me.
Fair enough. They haven't played anyone since Central, like I said.
They're 10-1. All their wins by at least 29 points. So they haven't been
In a
like
game.
outside of that Central game. That was I think it was a tie game at halftime or 1-point game, and then that second half Central took it to them. But since then they've just rolled over teams. So that's what I wonder. A team like Moon. And speaking of Revis Island, by the way, when you were talking about Coach Prime, it made me think within a span of 3 weeks, 2 of the greatest cornerbacks in NFL history were on that field at Moon Stadium.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because you had Deion Sanders and Darrell Revis. So
How about that?
that's
Very
it.
cool.
He was there for his son's senior night. So, let us find out that Mel Blunt was out there for some kind of like speaking engagement or something like that. That'd be super cool. Be like, oh my goodness, 3 guys, 3 Hall of Famers. Like, but Moon, they aren't super high powered offensively. They kind of getting that defense at a full groove and uglying the game up maybe a little bit. And that's maybe a way you could get to Pine. Moon's not going to win a shootout against Pine. Like if this game's in the 30s or 40s,
Yeah, it needs to be ugly.
Pine Richland has this, but if you see a scoring update and this game's in the teens in the third quarter, watch out.
Mm-hmm.
Moon would have them right where they want them. But you talked about that, looking across, like, how was that secondary? And that's a great opportunity for young Jaden Revis, how he does against, I mean, that's just almost unfair, though, going up against Jay Timmons and Khalil Taylor and Jalen Niels. I mean, goodness gracious. Like, how do you stop that?
I mean, Tyler Hayes, second team all conference as a tight end.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the guy in the middle. It's like you have to watch him too. There's just too many weapons.
So,
by the way, McLean Miller's in the backfield.
Oh, by the way. Oh, by the way.
So, I mean, I think Moon has to do a great job at getting the ball in the hands of its playmakers, Davion Taylor, Jaden Revis, Andrew Cross. Maybe that's one of those ones you probably pull out. Ryan Lynn pulls out all the tricks in the book and, tries to win with some deception and just tries to do anything they can do to try to pull off this game. Because I think a lot of people would agree, Pine, are they the number one team in the WPIAL overall? Maybe Central has an argument there. Peters, Upper St. Clair, maybe even has McKeesport has an argument there, but like, Pine's up there, and it's going to be a monumental effort. Moon's going to need a lot of things to go right. I don't think they're going to have enough to go right. They're going to make it a game, but I think Pine moves on, and we get Pine in the final for another fourth year in a row.
Mm-hmm.
You?
We're all Pine. Yeah.
Everyone.
Everyone's
Oh,
fine.
you went Pine?
Yeah.
You sure?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I was just looking. 1, 2. Wow. Pine only has 2 wins with teams over 500 on the year. Central Catholic and North Allegheny.
Yeah,
that is it.
Yeah. Not
That's bad.
Not
and
ideal.
I beg your pardon. They have 1 win.
Yeah,
with
they
the team.
didn't even
They
beat
lost to Central Catholic. Their only win. That's crazy when you think about it.
Wow.
What's their second best win? Plum?
That's
not great. That's
oh my goodness.
Well, I will
If
correct
you're
you.
Moon fans,
I will correct you. The Finley Trojans are 6-5. They
They
had
beat Finley. They beat Finley.
WPIAL, Brad.
They beat
Come
Finley.
on. Finley. Yeah. Ben Roethlisberger. The Finley Ben Roethlisberger. They changed their mascot yet? Okay. Back to my original statement. 2 wins over.
2 wins.
2 wins.
It's gonna be there.
If you're a Moon fan, there's something to smile about.
Oh,
it.
absolutely.
I agree. Yeah. And then if if Moon somehow get past that, then it's another Allegheny 6 game in the championship.
I mean, for Pine's sake, they're like, we didn't make our schedule,
Right.
Matt.
Yeah.
So just throwing it out there. All right. Other side of the bracket in 5A. Undefeated Peters Township 11-0 against the 10-2, playing out of their minds. Upper St. Clair Panthers. This game at Cannon McMillan High School. Rematch. Again, 4th time in 2 years these two teams have met. In those games, Peters has the slight 2-1 advantage. What happens this time around?
Yeah, Peters beat them in last year's semifinal 7-3, and then in the regular season on September 26, 24-20. So kind of a double revenge game here for Upper St. Clair. Cole Newpaver has had a really big year.
Yeah, he's paving the way.
He's been not paving the way, definitely been paving the way here for the Indians here. He had 5 touchdowns in the quarterfinal win last week. He also had the game-winning touchdown in the previous game against Upper St. Clair on September 26th, and that Peters D made a great stand at the end of that game too to pull out that victory. I mean, this is gonna be another down to the wire last drive game. I do not see this going any other way. Now, who wins? I really think this game is one of those. Like you talked about. The Western Beaver game is maybe being the biggest toss-up game. I think this might be the biggest toss-up game of the weekend. I think these teams are both just fantastic. The defenses are both great. The quarterbacks are both terrific. But I think Peters Pine for a third year in a row. As much as some people might want a different team in there this time, change it up a little bit. I just think we're going to have a Pine Peters game again, which would be the rubber match because they're 1-1 so far. So, but give me the Indians in another 3 or 4 point game, another defensive stand at the very end.
Talking about Cole Newpaver, finished the regular season 17 touchdowns.
Wow.
Over 1,000 yards rushing, 14 catches, 24 tackles, 4 tackles for a loss, a pick.
He does it all.
I mean,
And he plays lax.
Yeah, last guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's all over the field. Mentioned the 5 touchdowns. Peters has dudes like that all over the field. But on the other side of the coin, I just think Upper St. Clair's playing their best ball at the right time right now. Going down, and we mentioned it at the top of the broadcast, going down 14-0 against a quality opponent in Woodland Hills and scratching and clawing and fighting your way back and sticking with your game plan, how it's so hard to keep the emotions of teenagers in check when you get down quickly, as it was, told me a lot of what I needed to know about this game and how close it was the first time around. And with St. Clair and Ethan Hellman, I think they got the running game. Dante Corey is as underrated as a player as they come right now.
100%.
I think Ethan Hellman is making a case for player of the year for the Panthers. So, no surprise here.
You're sticking with it.
We're going with the Panthers.
You're sticking with it.
We're staying with the Panthers. I picked Peters in the last matchup.
You did.
And that might have been because
feelings were hurt.
Yeah. Well,
my feelings were hurt too for you.
They were hurt. They were hurt.
They've apologized and then some.
They did. They have righted their wrongs. We've righted the ship. I felt back at home on the island with them last week, and then the shout out from Coach Junks.
You got the shout out. You got the gear. I was waiting for you to unzip that jacket, and there'd be like this Peter shirt to be like, pull it out.
Hollywood
Like,
Yeah. I would never. I would never do that. No, I like the Panthers. I think they're just going to find a way. And you know what? This is a gritty team. I think even player for player, I think Peters might be better. Player for player.
Yeah.
But I just think sometimes there's these grit teams that just find a way. And I think Upper St. Clair is going to find a way.
Well, while we're on the same page of, USC apologizing to you and making things right, I would like to issue a formal apology to my Panthers.
Wow.
My Panthers.
Well, your Panthers, huh?
My Panthers. I went against you guys like an idiot. I fell for the Scoop Smith and Cam Walter story. Their final go-around. They're finally healthy. That's my bad. The game was at the Wolverine. It was just perfect. They're up 14-0. The Panthers come back. I will say this. That first game against Peters, there were 2 major drops by Upper St. Clair. Would have been touchdowns. Would have broken the game open. In the playoffs, I don't think they dropped the ball. I'm going Upper St. Clair.
No.
I'm going with the Panthers.
No. They got
I went down on this island. I'm going up. I'm right there with you in Pantherland.
I don't feel good about this now at all.
Man.
Because
Give
you
me
would
USC.
remember Upper St. Clair the last time he picked you to beat Peters Township.
They fell short.
They lost.
Just a couple yards short.
Why don't we just- why don't you-
with your
No.
positivity, we're gonna get over that.
my
We're gonna get
God.
over that.
Put me on Peters Township Island with Donovan McMillan and Brian Geyer and McKenna Marissa.
Mickey Vaccarello.
Mickey Vaccarello.
If you're friends enough with him, he just leaves the door unlocked and you
just leaves.
go to his jacuzzi.
You could use his hot tub anytime you want.
Panther fans, this is not legitimate. I think it's reverse psychology. He's just tanking everything.
We're all here.
Another
I don't like this.
Another Power 4 offer for an Upper St. Clair kid now too. Though the kicker Jacobo Echeverria Lozano got offered by Kel. I want to say, and UCLA, or maybe it was
UCLA.
Okay, yeah.
He's the first high school player I've ever seen on a kickoff kick the ball through the uprights.
Oh,
On a kickoff.
right through. He's like,
If that was
kickers
Arena
are
League,
just
it would be
ridiculous.
3 points, I think.
These dudes are just ridiculous. So he joins Ryan Robbins as players with Power 4 offers. His brother, by the way, Tyler Robbins, the former star for the basketball team, he already has his first career double-double in college, playing in Miami of Ohio.
Oh,
He had-
nice.
he had like 18 and 12 or something the other night. So, yeah, man, the big guy. I know he's a big
ready
football
for the
fan.
basketball
too.
part.
Oh,
yes.
yeah. Couple weeks away, man.
Yeah, I'm ready to replace him with the Michael.
Coming soon. A much better looking WPIAL Insider show.
We get way better looking and more athletic.
Yes.
Yeah, stick around. The WPIAL Insider basketball show just a mere few weeks away from debuting. All right, to the championship previews we go. We'll start in 4A. Talked about this game a little bit earlier in the show, but the McKeesport Tigers 9-3 against the Aliquippa Quips, also 9-3. Game played at Pine Richland in Gibsonia. Kickoff 12:05. You can listen to this game on KDKA Radio, News Radio 1020 KDKA AM, or stream it live on the free Odyssey app, or watch it live on the NFHS network, having the broadcast coverage for you in this 4A title game. Brad, lead us off.
The stat of the week that I saw was from our friends at WPIAL Blitz, who had tweeted out most combined wins ever in a WPIAL title game. 1,534 between the two teams.
You're kidding me.
Wow.
Aliquippa has 799 wins and McKeesport 735. Which I wonder, is that 799? Is that because I know there was some controvery over whether or not that is the number? Like, is that the number?
I think
There's
it
a
is.
lot of controversy.
My question was, do you know what was the leader prior to this?
Probably Aliquippa McKeesport from 2 years ago when they played.
It was, before that.
Okay.
Yeah, before Aliquippa McKeesport.
Oh, man, before that. I don't know.
Aliquippa TJ.
Oh,
that
Interesting.
makes sense.
Yep.
Wow,
That one
okay.
tracks.
All right. I see a common denominator in there. Over the Quips.
There's a
and
surprise.
that's the thing, like Aliquippa and McKeesport, all those wins over the years. Now, title wise, it's not quite as close because you have the Quips with 20 overall all the time. I think McKeesport, there are 5. I think there are 5 titles. McKeesport has not won one since 2004. Aliquippa's won 8 since then. That just shows you how dominant Aliquippa's been 8 since. And I mean, it's been 21 years since McKeesport won a title. It's been a while for a program like that.
And
it's been a
17
while.
out of 18 years in the championship.
And 17 out of 18 in the championship.
One streak ends and they start another one. We've only missed 1 year. Sorry, sue us.
McKeesport's been close since that championship year. And of course, they had that loss to West A, that 38-37 game. That was a wild one in 2016. And then in 2 of the last 3 years, they've lost in the title game, lost to Aliquippa, and then lost to TJ. Both in the last 2 years, that was. So they are due. Can Aliquippa slow down Keemon Spell? If they can, then I think Aliquippa has a shot. Now, the worry here is, at least if you're an Aliquippa fan, is for years when Aliquippa was having when they were going through this dominant run, their run defense was just phenomenal with those trench dogs.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it would be like November, and it was like Aliquippa's giving up per game -3 yards on the ground, like per game. Is like their season average. Like they've like no one could even get a positive yard against them. This year, 119 a game. And most schools would sign up for that any day of the week. Like, we're only going to give up 119 yards a game, sure, but that's not Aliquippa like. And that's not exactly a brick wall. And Keemon Spell is the brick wall coming for you, pretty much. So it's going to be hard, man. Like, Aliquippa, it's a championship game. Like, they're always going to have a shot. But I just think McKeesport, I think they're a team of destiny with Keemon on that team this year. And, barring any type of injury on his part, I think the Port gets it done and wins their first in 20 years. So, or 21 years, 2004 was the last time. So, man, I was a young man back then.
Yeah, yeah. It's been a while for McKeesport. I did pick Trinity to win it all, so I should take Aliquippa. after what I saw last week, I just can't in good conscience go on and I don't know who Matt is taking. I would assume McKeesport because that was his pick before the bracket started. I have to go McKeesport here. And I think the X factor here is Javian Robinson. I think if Aliquippa has a chance, it's going to be through the air with Marcus Council. But, I mean, Javian Robinson at DB, Kamonspell at the other DB, they were all over TJ's passing attack. I like McKeesport here. And I like him by like 14. I think it's going to be they'll win comfortably.
Over under Kamonspell yards, 165.
Way over.
Way over?
Way over.
Way over. Okay.
Not over.
Over.
I don't know if it way, but over. He has 3,761 yards coming into the game. Past Travis McBride.
Yeah.
For McKeesport all-time career rushing record as a junior. Has another year to go. Will be interesting to see how he'll climb the WPIAL rushing list.
Right.
I saw Matt Sig do that and get into number 2 with just 4,600, somewhere in that ballpark, 4,700. I don't know that he necessarily gets that, but I mean he could make a run for 3 or 4 in another 1,000-yard rushing season. He could be right on the way here.
If this was basketball, I'd be worried that he's going to like transfer to an academy or something like that. He's going to go to like IMG Academy. I haven't heard anything about that with Kamonspell. I don't think he goes anywhere. But no. that would be my worry. But no, I think he's fine.
I'm going to go with the Port too. I love what Kemon's doing. I just think when you have a player like that, it's really tough and
good things happen when you have a player like that.
And Aliquippa does a fantastic job getting there. I think it's one of the great stories of the year, and unfortunately for Aliquippa fans, they're in Aliquippa, and getting there is not good enough for them. Like that is what that
they'll have a rematch
expects.
Next year sometime in the playoffs.
Yeah, probably, and probably, and I think Quips will fill some holes and get back to the way that they are. Although, will be interesting to see who's playing quarterback next year for the Quips.
Yeah,
will be the question. But I think I'm rolling with the Port.
Do you think maybe Kemon has a huge game, leads his team to a WPIAL title, watches the end of the Pitt Notre Dame game, sees Pitt pull off the win, and he's like, you know what? I'm calling Narduzzi up. I'm going to commit right here. And then he's going to post his commitment thing. He's committing to Pitt there on Twitter, and boom. Man,
I'll shave my head at that.
What if that happens and it's not for charity?
Have to diet and then shave.
Yeah. Oh boy, I'm rooting for both of this to happen.
All right, 6A championship. Whoever would have thought that Central Catholic played North Allegheny for the championship in 6A? Well, one of us had that.
Just one.
This game 6:05 at Pine Richland. Again, listen to it on KDKA News Radio and the free Odyssey app. Listen to these two knuckleheads between the 4A and 6A championship games on KDKA Radio. And you will be back in the booth, right? You're going to be back at these games.
I will be back. I'm going to the 6A championship, so I'll be covering Central NA. Yeah. First game in a while.
Knocking the dust off the jump shot a little bit.
Yeah, knocking that off. Yeah, giving the knee a nice new stretch run going. Yeah. So yeah.
Well, good news. Pine Richland, great elevators, Brad.
Yes.
You'll enjoy those.
If they didn't have one, I probably wouldn't be going. So. Yeah.
And you thought I couldn't segue walking up to the press box some way on this show. Central Catholic is 10-1. The Vikes take on the 8-3 North Allegheny Tigers. By the looks of the records, by the scoreboard of at least recently, this is Central Catholic running away with it. However, the Tigers were every bit in this game the last time around, weren't they, Brad?
Yes, they were.
That's your segue, Brad.
That's my commentary.
Yep.
That's your cue.
Take the cue, Brad.
So like Central that first time around. I had the surgery on my knee.
You
not
have
my head.
notes.
I do on my notes. I just didn't know how I
It's
wanted
a
to
blank
phrase this.
screen,
So-
by the way. There's nothing on this.
It's just this one I'm looking at right here. I'm looking at this photo. So 21-6 first time around. Central won on 9-26. That Central defense was fantastic in that game. 148 yards they held North Allegheny to, including 26 yards on 37 carries. So not much going on moving the ball for North Allegheny in that game. Roman Thompson was the key for Central in that game. Ran for 2 touchdowns, 16 tackles. Defensively, he's been one of the best two-way guys in the WPIAL this year. One thing Central, we're going to see how they do. Like that line's been a big talking point with them pretty much since the preseason, and all the next level guys they have on there with Jimmy Callis and a lot of next level guys on that line. But NA has been getting after the quarterback well this year. Like Owen Ursler had another 4 sacks against Norwin in that game.
Ursler's one of the baddest dudes in the
He has
WPIAL.
14 and a half sacks this year.
Man.
I think he had 1 in the first meeting against Central. And then there's Lincoln Hoke on the other side. He has 7 or 8 this year, the Pitt recruits. So they have some guys that could rush the quarterback. So if there's any letdown at all in that Central Catholic line, it could be a long day for the quarterback on that side, who's gotten really a lot better as the year's gone on. But I just think Central's been too much on a roll here. NA, they had that letdown at the end of the year. Was it because of injuries? What was the reason for that? I don't know exactly what, but Central's just playing with so much momentum. They've improved so much since, like from day one to now, and still getting better. And there's only 5 teams that have won at least 10 WPIAL titles. Can you name the 5 that have won at least 10? They're trying to become the 6th. They have 9. 5 teams that have won at least 10 WPIAL titles.
Aliquippa.
TJ. Clarendon.
2 more.
West A?
Not West A. Close though. Not close. I think they're up 7.
Central
or so.
Catholic?
Not Central Catholic.
NA?
Not NA. One's
Newcastle.
Newcastle. Yeah, Newcastle's the oldie one. And then
Jeanette.
one other one, Jeanette Jayhawks.
Oh,
Yeah, Jeanette Jayhawks. That's
nice.
It, yeah.
Okay.
That was
Yeah,
good.
so-
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good. Yeah, it didn't take you too
Yeah.
long. Yeah, man. So it was Aliquippa, Clareton, not North Carolina, Newcastle, TJ, and Jeanette. And now Central, they have 9. They have a chance to win number 10. I think they do it. 4th year in a row, these 2 teams playing for the championship. So
Renew the rent.
Yeah, renew the rent. Although maybe next year, maybe different. Pine's going to be up in that class next year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah.
At least the good news is that the semifinals are going to be interesting.
Yeah, it might
finally,
shake
in
something up.
CSA.
Right.
Like one of those teams is going to have to play Pine in the semis next year.
Yeah.
You can book that. Well, a lot of exciting games, exciting matchups.
Did you
Arguably, did I?
Me and you both did not pick.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
you guys get on me for
I'll say this.
I'm not even picking the game. At least I'm picking the game.
I
Oh,
watched
boy.
some of the NA Norwin game last
This
week.
is-
NA came out like bats out of hell
yeah.
in the second half. Luke Rohan, he's a dude. I think
Did
this
not play in the Pine Richland game,
did not,
by the way.
Yeah, he did not play. I don't know. I think Brady Brinkley played pretty good last week as well. He's coming on. 21-6 was the first time around. I think it's going to be like that the second time around. I think Roman Thompson a little bit too much. Give me Central Catholic.
Central Catholic.
Okay, now we wrap up.
He did not need to analyze that much.
No, I don't. Central Catholic. Like the Vikes. Yeah, a lot of interesting matchups, of course. I would actually argue that this is the best week.
I was just about to say the same. I would agree.
WPIAL championships, 2 of them, and then all the semifinals.
It's like the NFL. I think the AFC and NFC championship week is better than the Super Bowl week.
Yeah. It's just really good football, and could be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It just gets so cold. Some of these playoff games. Like I know every year at Acrisure, walking out of that thing at like midnight, and it's like minus 50 degrees outside.
Yeah.
It feels like Greenland out there.
It felt like that tonight when we were
Yeah, we were
recording this.
finally starting
We
to
have
get cold weather.
really there's some snowflakes flying
Yeah.
today, and I'm like, I'm not ready for this.
It gets particularly cold when Carlo gives his picks. That's when
Yeah, it's even
it
colder
really
then.
gets icy
Yeah.
down here. Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
playoff picks.
And that's what scares me for my Panthers. I do not. If it goes sideways, it wasn't me. just say, wasn't me. All right. Best of luck to all the teams. You can catch our KDK Radio Game of the Week Friday night, semifinals, Upper St. Clair, Peters Township. We will both be there. So that means student sections, you plan accordingly, be hanging out. Brad, you're not doing a game Friday. You'll just be at the championship.
I'll just be
6A final on Saturday.
I'll be that, yep.
Catch all of his. Are you doing anything preview-wise coming out?
Yeah. We have previews coming out this week in the Pittsburgh Union Progress. So, definitely check those out.
Get them while they're hot.
Yep.
Pittsburgh Union Progress. Obviously, keep it locked to the WPIAL Insider Twitter account for all the exciting news and updates and highlights throughout both Friday and Saturday action. And then next week, a special on-location edition of the WPIAL Insider Show championship preview from the North Shore, right outside of the Yak. For all the marbles of, we'll preview the 4 classifications at Acrisure and get out, go to a game this weekend. Should be a lot of fun.
Go to the McKeesport game. Come on, spells well worth the price of admission.
Oh my gosh, yeah. You'll be paying a lot more for them here shortly.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
For Carlos Zofko, Brad Everett, and our very handsome producer behind the glass, Matt Fargo, saying thanks so much for watching. And as always, make sure you're keeping your receipts. Good night, everybody.